This is Brianna Kelly.
And this is Marissa Sharp.
And this is Studio 143 News.
Studio 143 News.
Now on to Emmy with our swim team.
This is Emily Klein reporting here at the middle school, talking to the swim coach about how they've been affected by COVID, how the team's looking, and how they think they're going to do.
So our season has gone really well so far. We were supposed to start on August 12th, but we're not allowed in the pool until September 9th. So for those first 2.5 weeks, we went to Crandall Park and swam and put the girls in, and we swam over there every day for about 2.5 hours. Other than that, COVID hasn't affected us too much, just having to wear masks on deck, really. This season has been really special because it's been a total team effort. We're currently 9-2 with 1 meet to go, and every meet could not have been won unless the whole team was involved. So I can't really say that there's one person that's impacted it. It's been an entire team effort this year. With only 1 meet to go is our big conference meet at Mason on this coming Saturday. And since we are undefeated in our league this year, we are feeling very strong that we can win conference, and we're all excited to get it done.
As you can see, the swim team has done a fantastic job this season. Now back to the studio. Go Hounds!
Thanks, Emmy, with the update on our swim team.
Now on to Cassie with tennis and seeing how COVID has affected this season.
Hi, this is Cassie Comer, and I got the chance to talk to the tennis coach, Mr. Anderson, and a varsity tennis player, asking them what their goals are and how COVID has affected their season.
Our goals for this season are to be very competitive and kind of regenerate from the year of not having a season. So the more important thing is we're out here, we're focused, we have fun, we learn our skills, and we put up a good fight whenever we play anybody. Well, for this season, we have to test athletes. That's pretty new to us. Social distancing is fairly easy in tennis because we're outdoors and we're far away from each other to begin with. The biggest impact it had was taking out the 2020 season. So a lot of our players are coming back as first-year players. We got a lot of new kids that are very athletic, but we have to space things out, and we're trying to make up for lost time. We lost 2 weeks of practice time, and we may be losing more, so we'll get through it.
Some goals I have for myself this season are to get better at tennis and be closer with the team. We have to wear masks now, and we have to social distance and use hand sanitizer, and some of our matches have gotten canceled because other teams don't have enough players because of COVID.
Best of luck to the girls' tennis season. Now back to the studio.
Thanks, Cassie. Hopefully the tennis team makes a run in leagues. Now on to Gigi with the musical.
Hi, this is Gigi Norcross, and I got a chance to interview the creator of Studio 143 News, Thomas Street. Thomas recently released his first film on YouTube, The Money Tree, a Magnus musical.
How did I find out? Well, when I started to get into film and digital media about 7 or 8 years ago, when I was at Eaton Rapids as a sophomore, I realized that Eaton Rapids didn't have a news program at the time. So I talked to Mr. Smith, and we decided it would be a really interesting idea to start a news studio at the high school. So we decided to name it Studio 143 because, Mr. Smith's room was room number 143, and, the rest is history.
What kind of schooling did you pursue to be able to produce films?
So a lot of it was studying on my own, like when I was in high school. From, when I was a sophomore, junior, and senior, I was spending I spent my lunch in Mr. Smith's room studying film and figuring out how to work a camera and all that stuff. And then after I graduated, I went to MSU to study film studies. And, it's just been working on film ever since, learning from YouTube, learning from books, all that stuff.
What made you want to produce the musical?
Well, I've always loved movies, but I've also always loved musicals and I've loved music, and I've been writing music for a while. So I decided, well, I make movies and I make music. So why don't I put those two together and make a musical movie? And that's kind of, how the idea came about.
How long did it take you to make the musical?
Well, I wrote the script in this past October, so October 2020, and then we finished it. We released it in the middle of March, So all throughout, it was about a 4 or 5 month process.
What do you plan to do next, like with the musical?
What do I plan to do next? Well, we're going to submit it to some film festivals. If the Traverse City Film Festival, one of Michigan's biggest film festivals, is open this year, we're going to submit it to that, and that's the big goal with it. But, we're pretty much just letting it run its course on YouTube, trying to get it to as many people, especially people in Michigan, as possible, and then, see how it does.
What advice would you have for people starting out as like filmmakers or people that would want to produce a musical?
YouTube. Go to YouTube, just start typing in, how to be a filmmaker, how to work a camera, how to write a script. YouTube is where I learned everything for the first, 3 or 4 years of when I was starting to make movies. So it's a great place to start.
Go. Thank you, Thomas. We hope you are able to make more movies in the future. Now back to the studio.
Thanks, Gigi, and congrats to Thomas on his new musical. Now to Cam with Super Bowl fun.
Hi, I'm Cameron Buckingham, reporting on students' predictions and opinions about Super Bowl 55.
I think Brady's the better quarterback because he's older and has proved himself more. I want the Buccaneers to win because my grandma's sister's cousin likes them. But I actually think the Chiefs are going to win because they have a better wide receiver core.
I think Tom Brady's going to win because he's the GOAT. I want the Bucs to win because, I like Tom Brady mostly, but I don't like Patrick Mahomes or the Chiefs. So.
The outcome of the Super Bowl ended up being the second ever win for the Buccaneers with a score of 31-9. Tom Brady was also named Super Bowl MVP for the 5th time in his career. Go Bucs!
Thanks, Cam. Hopefully everyone placed their bets on the right team.
Now on to Zach with our winter sports coming back.
Hi, this is Zachary Dessens, and after a long wait, the boys and girls basketball teams are ready to get started. I'm here getting an inside scoop on how they're going to look this year and who their biggest threat's going to be.
I think we're going to do pretty well. I think we got 11 returning seniors who've been playing together for the past 10, 12 years. So high hopes are there for our senior class. Our biggest threat this year will probably be Lansing Catholic Central again. They got three of their starters back. Two of them were all league. I think one of them was honorable mention. But I think Ione's going to be right there too. So, but it should be us three again. A couple breaks, we should be right there at the top.
I think this year we should have a pretty solid season. Graduation hit us hard, but at the same time, the next group is ready to step up and take charge. So we should have a pretty okay year. For the conference, Portland is looking very challenging this year. They didn't graduate a single girl from a championship team last year. However, we definitely will give them a battle and push them to their limits. As you can see, we're very excited to start off this year's basketball season. Now back to the studio.
Thanks, Zach. We hope to see our Greyhounds practicing soon.
Now on to Ayla with Mooville.
Ayla Warden reporting on the new Mooville in downtown Eaton Rapids. We want to take a look inside the Mooville and ask the workers how their business has been going and get to know the business a little more.
So I work here at Mooville. We opened December 21st, 2020. We sell milk, cheese, butter, basically all dairy products, ice cream too, in our half gallons. We also do all kinds of ice cream here. My personal favorite has got to be Moo Brew anything. So Moo Brew is more of like a coffee milk. I love coffee, so I like Moo Brew. We can do it into a shake, but we also sell it in the pints and half gallons. We sell it in the cooler.
My family started dairy farming in 1991, and there's 6 of us kids in the family. They wanted us to be able to have a job in the dairy industry, so that's why my parents built Mooville in 2005. We started with bottling milk and making our own ice cream, and now we're pretty famous for the homemade ice cream because we make fun flavors like Baconator or corn off the cob, fun random flavors. And we opened Ione's store in 2017, and then we opened the Zealand store in 2019, and then we just opened the Eaton Rapids store in 2020. And all 6 of us have a job at Mooville, either on the farm or in the creamery. So my parents' goal was for us to all have a job in the dairy industry, and we all stayed with the family business.
Things are looking good in here, so make sure you come in and check it out and get some ice cream.
back to the studio.
Thanks, Ayla.
We hope to see all of our Greyhounds very soon.
As K through 5 is heading back January 19th.
This
This
has
has been Studio 143 News.